Hello, welcome, thank you for being here. I am really excited to share this information with you in the next clip, but I wanted to share, in all honesty, some feelings with you before that. It depends on if you've known me for a while or not. I normally don't show my body in my content, in my videos, and there's many reasons for that. So I know some people who have followed my work for a long time, they might be like, whoa, I'm actually seeing her in such a different way now. It was a bit challenging for me, but I'm in a new space in my life, even in authenticity and being vulnerable around embodiment and my body. I'm calling it my soul vessel alignment journey, and I'm currently blogging about it. So if you want to learn more, just hang tight, and I'll have the blog post up soon, very, very soon. And I've been dropping videos more and more lately about the physical journey I've been on, these challenges I've faced ever since I was young up until this point, and how Mother Ayahuasca and nature and other plant teachers were showing me how important it was for me to anchor my essence into my physical vessel, the body that I'm incarnated into right now. So some of the reasons why I have rarely shown like my full body in content is, one, when I was younger, around 13, and then as I got older, I was becoming objectified, especially when we moved into a predominantly white area, and the guys in that area my age had never seen Latinas, and our characteristics, our physical makeup is different, right? It's different. We all look really different, and at least the genes that I have, that my family have, we're very curvy women. We tend to be very curvy, and obviously our skin tone is different than a Caucasian woman, and skin tone is different than Asian women. It's different than African American women. It's different, right? We all just have our own characteristics. And I just remember wanting to be seen as an intellectual being. I didn't want to be seen as, oh, there's that hot chick or whatever, right? And even then, I didn't even consider myself hot. I was very insecure about my physical appearance. And my whole life, I've always been very intellectual, philosophical, creative, and these are the type of interactions I enjoy anyways. And so receiving attention from my physical appearance was uncomfortable, especially when that's the only kind of attention, right? As in, a person wasn't taking the time to get to know me, a soul, a person, the things I like, my mind, anything like that. So that's one reason. Two, which is honestly, that should be number one. The number one reason is that once I dedicated myself to my spiritual path, I took any attention I had on the physical external world and I turned it inward on myself. I was constantly doing inner work and healing, just so much massive healing from a very, very chaotic, abusive relationship I had been in. And I didn't want any kind of attention. I didn't want any guy hitting on me. I wanted to be alone. I wanted time to heal. I wanted time to focus on myself, to love on myself, to figure things out. Okay, so, I decided that I was going to change the way I dressed too. I didn't want to draw attention to myself. And then I began to honor my physical vessel more and more and more. And my dress style changed. Plus, I've always loved flowy and soft fabrics anyways. I never really revealed my body, didn't wear like swimsuits, didn't wear anything tight for years. Except when I went to yoga teacher training, right? And to do yoga asanas, it is more comfortable to have on leggings and, a nice fitting shirt or whatever. Certain clothing is just much better to do yoga asanas. And everybody loves leggings anyways. So yeah, of course I wear leggings and flowy shirts. Those are two huge reasons. And then another one is just sometimes being uncomfortable with my body. And I think a lot of people can relate to that. Not fully being comfortable in the vessel that you have. And the thing is that I've gone through so much shit in the past few years, with health and life and everything, so much stress and stuff, that it did affect my health. And I started a lot of body work, as Mother Ayahuasca showed me to do, and it became a very hard, challenging, treacherous journey, but it's been worth it to work out a bunch of memories and energies from my body. And I'm going to be talking more about that in my blog, and hopefully in more content I start to create, because I am in this whole new phase of life, and I feel like there are so many other women and men out there who experience what I've experienced, and especially starseeds, empaths, highly sensitive people who have been sexually traumatized, people who just have a hard time with their physical embodiment. And I really feel like my work now is really going to resonate with a lot of people who, connect with this, with my story. So I'm just letting you know that I felt awkward making this video you guys are about to see, but I did it anyways because it's raw, it's authentic, and I'm trying to show whoever's watching, I'm trying to show you 2 yoga asanas that can really, really help with low back pain and stretching out the legs, and especially for people, like I said, who have been traumatized, any kind of sexual trauma, people who have, like I said, issues with their low back, my sisters out there who are big breasted, I feel you, okay? And I know we have a lot of us have issues with our upper and middle back, but the low back too gets affected because of the weight up here pulling us forward, right? But then if you have muscles down there are tight, there's just, it's so interesting. The body is so interesting. But yeah, I just wanted to drop in real quick and just say that I'm being very vulnerable in this video, and I hope that it's recognized. But I am also setting an intention that it does call out to those that need the help and that resonate with this and want to learn more, who are also on their own journey with their body, and just setting up a shield of protection and love, just sealing this space, the sacred space that I am in with this video, with golden energy to protect the sacred space, because vulnerability is so important. And I know there are some mean people out there and very judgmental people out there, so I struggled a bit too before I even wanted to do this, publish the video, because people are mean. Some people are mean, but you know what? If you got negativity, get out here, go somewhere else, okay? All right, I hope that the messages in this video help you, and hope to see you. You'll see I talk a little bit more about some of my projects and stuff going on. All right, enjoy. Bye-bye. Okay, so as I said, I wanted to touch on some things about doshas, particularly kapha. Kapha is earth and water, the elements of earth and water. So think of earth, think of how it's stagnant, it's firm, you know what I mean? It's strong, so think of actual earth, dirt, trees. Now think of water, it's fluid, right? Now think of it together, mud. So when water and earth come together, it can be sticky, it can be thick, you know what I mean? Viscous, is that the right adjective? So anyways, as you see, I'm sitting here in half lotus. I've never done this before, as in record this, so I'm gonna give it my best, just hang with me. So I'm on my yoga mat. I'm doing this particularly, I'm gonna be doing just a few stretches before I go into my workout. And I suggest everybody stretch, no matter what elements you have, okay, first of all. But I think it's important for people who have more kapha in their constitution, regardless if you're naturally more kapha or if you just have an imbalance of kapha, meaning you have too much kapha and you're trying to balance it out, right? And if you want to know more about what this all means, hit me up. You can join my Patreon too. You'll learn more there. And also in my course coming out soon, The Flesh and Fast, a 21-day journey of body, mind, and spirit. Okay? These are going to be like cornerstones in the course. You'll learn all that in the beginning of the course and use that information as you move throughout it. You're going to learn about you. You're going to learn about your body, what's good for your body, what's good for your mind, and what is for your spirit, okay? It's going to be for your spiritual growth. You're going to figure out or learn along the way what tools you can use to create your own routine, okay? Your own morning routine, your own spiritual routine, okay? So back to the mat. All right, I'm suggesting this honestly for everybody. This benefits everybody, not just people who are kapha. A lot of reasons we have back pain and people don't realize it, and I didn't realize it till I started doing the research and looking more into yoga. Although before I found out about back issues and before I realized I had back issues, that's a whole nother story. In yoga teacher training, I was just fine. I didn't realize I had a curved spine. I didn't realize I had trauma in my body. I had not started body work just yet the way I do now, the body work I do now. That's gonna happen. I'm gonna try to keep rolling. He sees a doggy outside. I can't get him to stop. I didn't realize that I had some stuff to take care of in my body until we got to the balancing poses, the balancing asanas in yoga teacher training. And that required us to do, obviously, certain asanas that required a lot of core strength, that required, you know, a good foundation. I thought my foundation was good, but also core. And I had no core muscles. I had no abs, okay? Nothing. I had very strong legs, but no abs. And during that span of time trying to learn this, I got really frustrated. But it ended up coinciding with experiences I was having with Mother Ayahuasca. So I was being shown and told in ceremony with her about my body, about my hips. I just didn't know exactly what, but also when I experienced Kambo. And in there I realized there was something going on with my right side of my body. My right side, my masculine side, was really stubborn and holding on to stuff. And also Mama Aya was telling me my spine was out of alignment. So I left yoga teacher training because I needed to focus on healing, not just because of the body stuff they told that I learned with plant teachers. It was also because of the childhood trauma that surfaced, which I talk about a lot in all the content I make now, but especially specifically in She of the Throne podcast. So if you want to know more, check out episode 1, okay? I need to move along. So anywho, after that, started going to a chiro. That's when I found out about my spine, my hips were like, my pelvis was pushed forward, bottom of my spine, the curve was out of alignment, my mid-back was off, like curved a little, and my neck was like straight. There was no curve in my neck. So I realized this was the reason why it was so hard with my balancing poses, because my spine was really out of alignment, and so I was crooked, and my pelvis was pushed forward and rotated, by the way. So my body wasn't balanced. So how can you get into these balancing poses, and on top of not having any core strength? And then the upper back thing was a kicker, and it still is. It's hard. I'm still working on it. So I still go to a chiro, and it just doesn't help, you know, that big breasted women, we tend to have issues with shoulders and our upper back pain. Now, I was having low back pain when I started doing body work with a chiropractor, and I started doing research on top of having an amazing chiropractor, and realized, I really needed to be focusing on my foundation again. So our feet hit the ground first. The first thing in movement, it's our feet. Our feet, ankle, then the energy travels up our leg to our thighs. I wonder if you guys can see my leg hair. Oh well, real life. Anyways, so you got to think about it. Movement. Feet touch the ground first. Then it moves up, knee, thigh. You want to know something even more interesting? Before your foot hits the ground, it's actually your hip that does the first movement. When you walk, your hip sways forward. So it's your hip, then your foot, leg, knee, back up, okay? As your foot makes contact. So you have to think about all this before you even think about your spine. So what I learned is that I really needed to be focusing on my legs and my feet. It's been a whole journey, and I plan on blogging about this, or actually I'll just insert this into the blog. That would help explain a lot. So yeah, I had to focus on my feet first, and then I would focus on my calves. And I mean, it's been a journey, years of doing this, because it's a lot of work and learning stuff that you didn't know before. So yeah, I actually didn't think I was gonna go more in depth on this, but oh well. Anyways, so I'll go more in depth in another video and blogs, talk about like my journey, okay? So anyways, I focused on this, but what people don't realize, if you have back pain, especially low back pain, focus on your legs and your bottom half. And in here, what's happening is you have tight muscles in your glutes, hamstrings, and quads, I believe, your quads. And that is what's pulling on your back muscles, okay? So, and if your calves are tight, it's pulling on all of this. So it's pulling on your body, tugging your spine this way, maybe tugging it that way. Is this starting to make sense? So it's good to also focus on the back, right? And go to a chiro, massage things out, okay? Because we are holding things in our body. If you want to know more about that, check out Blooming with Mama Ayahuasca, episode 2, I believe, physical embodiment. Super in-depth channeling from Mother Ayahuasca about physical embodiment, why it's important to do body work, why, and because we are holding information. We are holding pain, information, stories in our body, and some of it is not conducive, not healthy for us, and it's staying stagnant in there and causing pain, causing health issues, okay? So yeah, if I have a foam roller, you see it behind me, I use that to, kind of get things loosened up in my back if I'm having pain. But what I want to show you is a move called Pigeon Pose, and I know it's going to be difficult for some people, so find your level of comfort when you do this. Please do not force yourself into something and cause yourself more pain. But you can start off first with stretching out your legs before you get into Pigeon Pose, right? You can go like this. If you can't even get your legs this far apart yet, that's fine, okay? And I think we all know this when we were children in gym class. This is actually butterfly, I believe, in yoga. Okay, so if you cannot get your legs fully spread apart, you can put pillows, okay? Blankets, something to prop your legs up to the comfort level you're at. If you're able to get it down, great. Either way, it's great. Find your level of comfort. It's good to do this to help stretch out this part of your body. And our breath is important. Your breath is where you're taking your awareness. When you do these stretches, make sure you're taking a deep inhale and exhale, and keep your consciousness, your awareness with your breath. Your breath is the deliverer, the messenger of prana, of life force. You are taking life force, you are taking fresh air, fresh energy into these areas that are more stagnant, that have pain, and giving it a cleansing breath so it can stretch out and release, let go of toxic waste, of toxic energy. I'll give an example. I'm gonna take a deep inhale, I'm gonna exhale, and I'm gonna lean forward, and that's really gonna give a good stretch here and here, okay? Oh yeah, I'm definitely feeling it. Like, I'm feeling it. Well, you can't see it. It's my glutes and what is it? Quads, I think. Now, I'm suggesting everyone does this, but I really suggest Kapha people do stretches because we tend to have more stagnation of energy in our body. It takes us a bit longer to get up and start moving around. And especially another tip is if you are already working out, you're doing some kind of program or you have your own routine, if you have workouts that are really focusing on your glutes and your thighs, you need to make sure you're still stretching that out, because if you keep building muscle and compacting it, your muscles are going to be like this. And you're going to create back pain. You're going to create issues because you got muscles that are building, which is good, but then they're going to be like this. You know, you want to build muscle and then be able to stretch it out. Keep it, how do you say, I guess supple? Limber? Is limber a word? I don't know, guys. I don't know the right word, but I understand it, and I'm just trying to find the English human language for it, okay? But yeah, it's really important to stretch out these muscles that you are building. If not, you are going to have such tight muscles in your ass, and it's going to pull on your low back. It's going to cause you low back pain or whatever. It'll pull on your low back. It'll pull on everything up here. So please stretch out your muscles. And then walk yourself up with your fingertips, right? Do it gently. Don't do anything quick. Please, please, it's okay. Go gentle. Make sure you're not pulling anything. Okay. Now, from here, we could actually get into pigeon pose. I'll see if I can do it. I don't know how gracefully I will do it. Like I said, I've never done this before on camera, so I don't know how graceful I'm gonna be. So anyways, pigeon pose might pose a challenge for some people, okay? So cute. He's snoring now. Okay, so as you see, I'm just, you know, pivoting, right? I'm gonna leave my right leg here, using my arms, and I'm kicking off with this leg. Then I take it, can you see it? I'm gonna just inch it back with my right leg is still here. I keep inching it back, inching it back, inching it back with my toes. There we go. Inching it back. Yeah, you'll just have to see my messy house. So I did an intense workout yesterday, so I'm actually feeling this today. So this is pigeon pose, and this is gonna help open up, once again, the inner thigh. Everybody's gonna have their own level of comfort, own level with this, okay? Just go where you're comfortable and where you can breathe into. This is gonna help, once again, with back pain and with issues with the hips. In one of my videos, I suggested it too. If you have been through sexual trauma, this is one that would be good for you, that would help bring up the energy and move it out of your body. So, keeping the toes pointed. If you're able to, you would lower yourself like this, okay? And breathe here. And then you can relax your foot, bring it down flat. Like, I'm just bringing the top of my foot flat to the mat. I don't need to keep my toes up like that anymore. You'll mostly feel it back here again, your booty, okay, your booty, your inner thighs. I'm feeling a bit of a stretch on the front of my left thigh, because I did, like I said, an intense workout, tons of squats and stuff. So this is where I'm at in Pigeon Pose. I have not, when I was in yoga school, I almost mastered it where I could, the full pose is like you come up and grab your foot. Okay, so if you're wondering how to do the next leg, you could just come up on your knee. I don't know. So you see how I'm pick up my toes here, use my knee to then prop. I'm leaning, do everything gently. How do these people do this? Do they have like cameras all around them? I don't know how to do this. Okay, so as you can see this, then I just bring this leg, bring it around, lay it, and then I just do it again. Okay, like this. And I'm bringing back that leg. Okay. Real life, y'all. Real life. I'm just trying to help. I'm no pro. Okay, so you're gonna do the same with the other leg. Okay, same thing, just different leg. You might even notice there was more pain on one side than the other, which is my case. Because as I told you, my hips were rotated and my pelvis was pushed forward. So I'm still stretching out the muscle with my hips and my pelvis. Okay. Same thing here, come down. All right, come up. Remember what I said, tilt, and then just swing it forward. Ta-da, see, like that. So lately, that's what I've been doing. I've literally just been really getting in here, doing the pigeon pose before I get into my workout because 𝗙𝗲𝗃 be killing our thighs in this workout. Let's get up. But it's been great. Like, it's been so great. He's just like, almost everything is with a plie. And so, I mean, I've been working, my calves and feet have gotten really strong from wearing barefoot shoes for a while, for years. But I know my thighs, like I needed to get them back in shape, and he is getting them in shape. Like, I'm seeing it take form. I'm seeing my butt get more toned and lifted. So tip to you ladies, let's get up. Dance workout program. If you are interested, let me know. I'd be happy to tell you more and how you can access that. And I would help guide you through your fitness journey. That would be freaking awesome. Yeah, come on. So yeah, that's what I'm doing now in my morning routines. And along with, you know, I do these kind of things. Okay, I'm stretching out my arms because he does have us holding weights too and different things. And wow, I'm just feeling that really up in there. Ugh. And I use my foam roller. My foam roller, like I said, for my back and to get my back nice and loose. And I mean, before we begin, anyways, he has us do like a warm-up. But between me and you in the warm-up, I'm like, 𝗙𝗲𝗃, you killing me. You killing me. This is supposed to be a warm-up. Like 3 minutes into the warm-up, I'm like, motherfucker, I'm out of breath. This is supposed to be a warm-up. I'm already like, like he gets you. It's great. It really is. And then like, once you get over that first hump, right, you know, I don't know about other people, but that's how I see it. Like, you start building up and then you're like, oh, it's challenging, and you almost want to, you gotta like, I need a breath. Once you're able to get over that super challenging part, then you're like at this plateau, which is good. You're up here now and your body acclimates and you can target and really stay with him. And it still depends on everybody's level, right? Because some things I'm like, what? But and just our strength. But I'm saying once you get over that first challenge where you're like out of breath and your heart's beating and your muscles are hurting, you're like, oh, once you, whoo, you're here. And then he kicks it up a notch, right? And then we go into insanity in the middle of the workout. And then after that, you're like super out of breath, but you realize you can do the movements, but you do it slow. He starts you off slow, and then it slowly gets faster, and he stacks the dance movements until the end. So that just gives you like a little preview into it. But anyways, hope you enjoyed this. All right, I hope I did my best, okay? And I'm just being authentic. So, I mean, nothing's perfect. It's real life, right? But I hope this helped someone. Give me a shout out, you know, send me a message if you want to know more, if you want to know more about anything I've mentioned here, okay? All right, take care.